Hello everyone. Let me know what the volume is like. Go ahead and post that we're live. Let's see, Fedica. Grab that. There we go. Live. It wants to embed a very useless embed here, but that's okay. Apply for Budgie desktop. All right, and post that up to the world. Cool. But no time like the now to get started, so let me go ahead and I think that audio is probably fine. Turn it down just a little bit there. We'll put that on, there we go, and prep the next one. That's going. All right. Do the whole rigmarole here, intro. Let's see. Hello everyone and welcome to the Budgie Desktop 10.10.2 release stream. I figured I would do this stream since I have to do some fixes related to icon task list before we merge that in. And since I'm going to be working on the release doc itself, I figured, well, I might as well stream it. So you'll get a peek behind the curtain on the bug fix, as well as admittedly how I use LLMs to aid me with blog posts. Of course, I generally write them, and then I do passes with LLMs to make sure I'm not butchering my grammar. So, but you'll get a sneak behind the curtain on how I leverage all of that, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Be a shorter one today, so let's just dive right in, shall we? I will go ahead and transition that and switch over this KVM here. There we go. Well, it's actually just the USB switcher, but all right. So, for some context, David, aka Fostreedom, was kind enough to submit a pull request that reworks the icon task list application matching. So before, there would be issues with resolving and matching various applications such as Java apps. I don't know who uses those nowadays. Only one I could think of is Minecraft, but I'm sure there are other valuable ones as well. Also snaps. So a snap naming pattern as well has been implemented by David. So snaps match, and presumably that means you could pin them. I don't use snap, so I haven't personally validated that. I use Flatpaks. And of course we have our existing reverse DNS mechanism. And I also implemented, while I was testing it, I noticed that my Proton Pass still wasn't matching, which was really annoying. So Proton Pass reports its class ID as Proton space pass, and its desktop file is Proton-pass, and its executable is Proton-pass. I think Proton Mail was doing the same thing as well. So it's like, all right, well, since he did all this logic for implementing matchers, I went ahead and did that. So if I go back here, you can see Evan was kind enough to do an initial pull request, an initial review of it. I addressed some of his items that he mentioned, and then I added a additional resolver that helps match for those like weird spaces. So it like converts them to hyphens and tries to see if there's a desktop file entry for those. And it seems to work, right? Like I have Proton Mail and I have Proton Pass here, and they actually have icons now, which is great. And more importantly, I can actually have them favorited, which is a big deal to me. So various things like that. Of course, it's not the only thing that is landing in 10.10.2. If I go ahead and go all the way back, you could see we have a fair bit that has landed in. It's actually kind of remarkable. So we have the launching of PK exec apps. We make sure that the Wayland information is forwarded to those. Our brightness handling has also been reworked. Although, didn't I actually hold on? Don't we merge that in? Let me see. I mean, didn't we get that in 10.10.1? Was it January 31st? We're kind of like firing off these releases. At least historically, it feels much faster. So I think actually I did the. Didn't I do the bump before? Yeah, so I did the bump on. So it's actually everything after this. So on the 8th. So fade in animation fixed by John here. He's a fairly new contributor, so all of his stuff has been very welcome. Much appreciated to that fella. We have the ability to add the theme independently. Of course, this is all stuff that we'll be talking about in our release notes, but fortunately, I have a lot of content to pull from because we've been doing the chirps, or I've been writing the chirps. So that has been helpful, and of course, every once in a while, I'll ask the rest of the team, like if they have anything to write, and they do, and that's very appreciated. But as you can see here, we have this lab. Well, it's probably a little small, but we have a lab WC compositor theme here. I have it set to darkest. So there's that. So that was merged in as well, which is an improvement for lab WC. We have a fix for daemon to make sure that the OSDs are reported with overlay. So that's helpful. We have some bridge tidying up. Lots and lots of changes related to the bridge. This is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to actually go through all the changes related to the bridge. But the TLDR is that a Budgie control center is considered effectively the authoritative source for modifications to the bridge. But as a result, we support a lot more things in the bridge itself, particularly related to keyboards and keyboard support. especially for internationalization, like the XKB options for you to be able to specify things like Alt-GR. So that's good. Some fixes here. Here's another one from John related to the app group bits in icon task list. Some exception handling, improvement related to Kimu for host acceleration, and I believe this was also a cursor fix. Yeah, upside down cursor fix. Syncing touchpad scroll methods as well, because that ties into the changes that were made in Budgie Control Center to support this. So you're able to actually specify the scroll method, that updates G settings, and then that updates to LabWC configuration. And we have bits here like reworking the show desktop logic, so that way Super D works. So I'm not going to do it now. Well, actually, I could just do it now. Screw it, why not? See, I have nothing, and Super D again, and I have something. Of course, it doesn't fully change things back into the right order, but that's all right. So we have that. I did a change related to XDG desktop portal. I think I'm happy enough with the current implementation. It seems to it's reliable enough, the launching of XDG desktop portal, which then it reads our portals.conf. And as a result of that, what it does is starts the respective portal executables. So the WLR one and GDK. And I could actually show that in our portals.conf here. You can see for our screencast and screenshot we use WLR, but otherwise we pull from GDK. So that's been quite useful. And eventually, when I start working on the portal for Mir, so it'll be a portal that'll be under the Modern Desktop Initiative like org, so sort of the org that's hosting all the Buddies of Budgie stuff, and we'll have a lot of generic desktop componentry. We'll have a generic portal implementation. It'll leverage Qt, of course, and provide functionality. We'll first be targeting screencast and screenshot, because those are the two ones that we pull from WLR at the moment, as I've already mentioned. And the user experience for those is a bit lacking, to say the least. So at the very least, I would say it's lacking for Budgie desktop users. You know, if you're coming from Sway and you're using Sway and you're using the portal, it's probably perfectly fine. But my expectation, and I think most of our users' expectations, is something more graphical in nature. So that'll be like the next big thing that'll be worked on is the portal and portal backend that'll handle those. But for now we're using that. But anyway, so this helps fix it to make sure it's launched alongside our session, because otherwise it will attempt to do it using a systemd user service and leveraging graphical targets. And because of the way Budgie Desktop launches with the terrible Budgie session at the moment, it doesn't end up getting triggered, like its dependencies aren't satisfied for that service. So this is sort of a temporary workaround for the Budgie 10 series at the very least. We have custom screenshot paths are able to be persisted now. I don't take a million screenshots, so I will admit I haven't tested this that much. But some base calculate, like this should have been squashed, is all related to the same thing. Budgie menu, I made a change here to tweak the size calculations and also fix an issue related to scaling under Wayland. So we don't have to really leverage the GDK scale factor functionality under Wayland, because the surfaces are naturally scaled when you change your scaling mode to begin with. So if you do that and then you like scale up and you scale down, sometimes you'll be locked with a Budgie menu that is like stubbier than it really ought to be. So I made a bunch of tweaks to that, and technically it ends up being like slightly taller under certain circumstances and slightly shorter under different ones, because we use basically it's a calculation of, I think I set it to 35%. Yeah, 35%, but then we have a min height and a max height. So that way, when I'm running it on 4K, it's not going to be like, well, a third of the height, which would just look hilarious. So it locks it down to a more sensible height. That's technically higher. It's 90 pixels higher is the max. So you get like a few more items there, you know. Reworked our environment file handling, so that's good. App indexer fix is a kind of a small one. Separation of touchpad from mouse for like the left-handed settings. Localization aware. Menu category sorting, which is good. That's been I know it's been a common problem that people have flagged for 10.9 series, and of course it persisted onto 10.10. So it's good to have that be fixed in 10.10.2. And removing compiler standard versioning, which is now a distro matter, and we've compared this across the board, like, you know, Solus, Ubuntu, modern Fedora, they all use C23, and ours was like set to like C11 or something, because this was set like a long time ago, and I think I might have been the one that set it back when there was probably a lot of compiler changes and it was blowing up GVC or something. That's my expectation of what it was. I don't quite remember. Background support for Crystal Dock. Just I don't use Crystal Dock. I literally installed it just to take a screenshot. Seems fine though. But we have improved support for that. And also our run and power dialogues actually behave with sloppy focus, so I could actually show that. So I have sloppy focus here. You can maybe see the shading of these apps change, and well, actually a really good thing. So if I have my cursor here over Zen, you can see on line 7 there's no blinking cursor position in Z. So if I then hover, you can see the focus changes, but the positioning in the window doesn't change. So that's called sloppy focus, whereas mouse focus will raise the window. And when we implemented that functionality for 10.10.1, I believe, with the LabWC bridge changes, the side effect of that was our power and run dialogues. As you would move your window across the screen, as you would move your cursor across the screen, what would happen is it would change the focus of the windows. And because the power dialog and the run dialog effectively capture focus, when you change focus, they hide. Or in the case of the run dialog, it decides to, like, it exits. But the power dialog is just sort of always running in the background, and we just show or hide it. But regardless, that was a problem. So David was kind enough to implement some logic there related to basically detecting what our current preference is, and then changing the behavior as a result. So we will only hide the windows under mouse and sloppy focus for these particular dialogues when you have entered the window, and then proceed to exit, like had your cursor leave the window. And of course, you could always press the escape key to close both of them. So lots of good changes. Of course, you know, the focus is on 11 for the most part, but we're sort of running up against upcoming Fedora and Ubuntu releases. So having a good more, I wouldn't even say stable, right? Like a more feature complete and a release that has less bugs, effectively. A more polished release, let's say. Having those in for the stable Fedora and Ubuntu releases, I think, are going to be really good. So once we do that, then, you know, the pressure is sort of like the release valve of pressure. It's been released a little bit. And we're able to focus again on 11. So yeah, that is basically what's going to be coming. Of course, I need to fix this because Evan left some useful feedback. I'm going to commit some of his. I need to do it from like the changes thing, and then improve the documentation here. And also he mentioned, could we save an allocation? I had like I need to reassess this because he might be right, but I had I had looked into doing this before, but I think with how I structured some of the code, it wasn't good at facilitating that. But no, it didn't make any sense coming out of my mouth. But let's see. Wasn't any? Yeah. So that's been sorted. And he mentioned, yes, I'll add this to the batch. This to the batch. Was there anything else that he wanted batched in? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. All right. Well, we'll commit these two, and it'll be we'll do fix add suggestions PR review. So we'll apply those. Those get refreshed. And I'm also going to lower the volume on my side, which is going to make it's going to make it silent on your guys' side for a sec. Then I'll switch over and increase it so you guys can hear a little bit better. So let's go ahead and that increase. There we go. All right. That should be better, I think. Although I actually want to this window in front. There we go. All right, so let's pull that, and of course it's going to ask for my passphrase because my key ring is all not working properly, which is great. And we have all those. So he had mentioned, let's open up side by side here. And this is I don't need both of these open yet. Okay, close that. He says I'm a bit confused. Right, so he reevaluated this and then he understood that it needs a comment there for application matcher. So he had remarked on line 262. Yeah, so this was on my matcher for instances. So we're gonna have an instance check where we replace. Let's see. Place instance. Have an exec comparison between. We'll have a comparison between exec and a string replaced instance of white space 2 dashes. This comparison, I don't need, let's do this. This comparison would effectively check if proton pass as proton dash pass proton proton ass. This comparison would effectively check if proton pass as proton pass is the same as the executable. Have a comparison between exec and a string replaced instance of white space to a dot. Period. And then this comparison would effectively check if a malformed rev DNS or otherwise poorly named executable, let's say proton mail, has proton.mail, even though that is not the executable. This is actually a situation, unironically, where I would use an M dash. I literally don't even know how to like write the character. When I really want to use M dashes, this is like something that's actually so frustrating. I'm just gonna derail for a sec, but when I used to work on Solus years and years ago, of course, even back when I was like communications manager, I would use M dashes. And that was all pre-LLMs, right? So people would just be like, "Oh yeah, he's using M dashes, therefore like he's just a good copywriter, you know, like he's just a good editor." And nowadays, you have LLMs that, well, they're trained on how to do things grammatically correct. So as a result, they know when to use things like M dashes because their training data is so large on all the proper things that now any instance of you actually using it properly, the people would just assume that you're using M dashes. So I actually have to go out of my frickin' way nowadays to instruct things like Claude to not use M dashes. Yeah. So this comparison would effectively check if a malformed rev DNS or otherwise poorly named. Let's see. No, that's not it. No, that is not it. Cool. Matches. So we'll do that. Oh. Even though in reality that isn't the name. Matches. The executable. We'll do that. So that will fix this. So he mentioned on 202 the creation of, see, can we save an allocation by not creating it? So the thing about that is, well, I think we could probably do match result dot, the desktop ID is the only thing in, yeah, desktop ID is equal to desktop ID. I think that might work. And then we would return. Because we're literally setting it. We don't need the matched, right? Because, well, we literally know the value is that. I mean, we still could have it in case it's null, but I don't. Oh, it's a line 202. I don't see it being null. There's no way, because we don't even allow it to be a null value. So we'll just do that and then return, and then we can rip this out, and then we will do match ID, match result dot. Actually, and this could be even more simplified. Because what we could do is this. Or, so, matches variant. And then we'll do a matches class name. So if it's like this, it's this or this, we return that with the desktop ID. Actually, we don't even need to do the return because it's just that one statement. So we set the desktop ID, otherwise we do this. And that would be okay because then we have a null desktop ID, which means it wouldn't be a matched. So that should fix that. Of course, we'll need to test it. You mentioned 208. Yeah, so that I already fixed. 205, I literally fixed that as well. Yep, so that's all fixed. Can we avoid alloc? And so you also mentioned here, which is going to be onto like the section here. Yeah, so this is perfectly valid as well. So we'll do match result dot desktop ID is equal to desktop ID. And then we can rip that out. We don't have to recreate a an allocation there. And let's just go ahead and check. So we don't end up creating one up until here. Like that's fine. That's all good. I think that's a getter setter, right? Yes, okay. So we have that. I don't think there are any other instances of that though. So it might actually be the thing. Right. So I think that might be it actually. Well, let's go ahead and then Mason reconfigure. Not really necessary, but like just it's a force of habit at this point. So if I check, we have that window activation stuff. I actually tried fixing this with seat logic, but the reality is null is actually allowed, because if it's null, I've literally checked the libxfc4 window encode. If it's null, we just get the correct seat anyways. So there's not really any point in us doing all that logic when the library does it. So the VAPI is actually incorrect here. But that is not my problem. We have swap button swap button is never used. What is swap button even used? Icon task list. Oh god, what am I about to look into? Swap button. Ensure we don't access the resource simultaneously when swapping a button's keys. Wow. Let's do a, oh god, well, I'm about to go down a rabbit hole that I was not expecting, but we'll do it anyways. So if I open this up, let's increase the font size so you guys can actually see it. I'll go to Budgie desktop and we're gonna do a git blame. Source panel, applets, icon task list, applet. So my concern though is all of these were moved, so this code might be really, really old, but our git blame isn't going to go far enough back for it. Or maybe they ignore, well, let's see, it's clear at the bottom, isn't it? 806, yeah, so let's go all the way there. So Campbell, I suspect that this is actually just related to the move. Let's see. Swap button and hash table when first app changes. So this was related to, we have this button, swap button, remove button, fixes issue 93. So that would have been on, let's see, I'm curious. Budgie issues 93, so that's really, really old. Will show multiple apps as active. Right, yeah, we don't really have this issue anymore, to be honest with you. This is pretty much a solved problem. But let's just sanity check. So it was after a buttons update, button.update, which okay, so we do that still. And our button update codes, we have nothing else related, yeah, I guess, because it's seen multiple fucking rewrites at this point, so I am not, yeah, we don't even have a reference to button ID anymore. So this swap code may be a bit dangerous, but I'm going to remove it. I mean, it's unused, so it shouldn't be up. I'm just going to sanity check though, swap button. Nothing. All right. What about remove button? That's used. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and rerun this because I kind of like the idea of cleaning up just one more warning, you know? Otherwise, it's all just this crap about claiming we can't activate with the window null, but we literally can when it's XFW window. We can actually do that. The VAPI is just lying to us. And we are going to do a install here. Like so. And then comes the dangerous part. And it's not really dangerous in the sense of replacing. Okay, good. There has been many times where I have started typing Budgie panel and I'm like, oh yeah, tac replace, and I just like press up to get that, and then I run it. I'm like, oh my god, it had the reset flag on it. Oh, my panel configuration. which isn't a big deal. It's just like oh. I feel like we should have it behind a confirmation, like yes, no. And then like to make sure things don't get broken, have a tac yes that you could pass or something. But let's see. So I should have matches. I still have matches. And that works. Yep, of course we have noise from GVC. That's okay. About things being not G objects. Good old glib. But I didn't break anything, which is the most important part. Now, that being said, it's related to snap pattern for one. And well, I don't use snaps, and I don't intend to on. I don't actually have a reason to. There isn't anything that's provided as a snap that I would actually need. I think the certbot auto, like when you're on Ubuntu, is actually no. I think they just provide it as a snap, don't they? But that's usually just fixed by not using certbot auto and just using something like Caddy instead of like Nginx plus a cron or something that handles, because that could be error prone. Not that it's a pain to set up and validate, right? Unless you're Magero, in which case it seems like making sure your SSL certificates are not expired is an impossible task. I don't know how after all these years, but it seems to be a rolling joke. When it says, yo, how's it going? It's not so bad, actually. I've been quite busy, but that's just how it goes sometimes. So let's do this. So we're going to do fix, eliminate unnecessary allocations of match result. We'll do that. Is the stream volume really low? It shouldn't be. At least for me, it's like almost at the point of peaking. Especially if I'm particularly enthusiastic, it gets right up to it. But you could probably crank me up. Now, is the music low? No. What I usually do is I pass all this through DaVinci afterwards anyways and have it normalize audio, so hopefully the VOD won't be as bad. But hey, let me know if it's let me know if it is too quiet. I can't do anything about me unless you want me to increase my mic volume. I could do that a little bit, but that isn't really gonna do much because it's at least lower for me than your usual mic volume during stand-ups. Yeah, I don't know what Element does in that regard. But yeah. I could double check. Let's just do that real quick. We'll open up sound settings real quick. Sound settings. Of course, these are the fake ones. No, oh yeah, it does look like it's actually. Why is that? Is that? That doesn't seem to be changing anything. I'm gonna do something a little. Well, actually, no, because it doesn't actually matter that it's low on this side because it's not being. This isn't what is actually being transmitted to Pipewire on the streaming system. But I'll go ahead and let's see if I go into the audio, streaming audio, remote Sennheiser, I think, because I have a noise gate on it, which also might be doing a little something, but that might actually be why it's a little bit lower. But what I could do is add a gain. I'm gonna mute my mic in case it sets as a default that's like really loud or something. So one sec. Oh no, okay, their default is actually 0 dB. All right, I'm gonna set it to like, increment it like to 2 dB, or like, yeah, well, oh, sorry about that. it decided to add a little 0. That probably blew out your ears. My bad. Yeah, sorry. All right, I've set it to 4 dB, and it's like literally going into the yellow now. So I'm gonna drop it down a little bit. I'm gonna drop it down to like 3.5. Let me know if that's any better. That was crunchy for a sec. Yeah, I saw it on my side. It redlined. It redlined, baby. All right. Yeah, well, thank you for letting me know about that. Much appreciated, good sir. And that is now it's set up on my OBS, so I shouldn't have to change anything there. All right, let's go ahead and push this, and of course it's gonna ask for my passphrase because keyring stuff is always busted on this system. And we'll resolve this, and resolve that, and we'll resolve that, and we're gonna do that and that. And let's see if Mr. Evan is around. Let's see. Good sir, are you around to review 876? All right. Fired that off in Element. It's doing a check as well, even though I just did that. I will formally re-request his review. And we will get to work then on the actual write-up. So let's go ahead and start cooking this up. We're going to cook it up manually for a bit, and then I'll probably hand it off to Claude once I'm happier with it. Alternatively, I could show you the workflow that I actually use for let's see. If I go into content here, blog, we have all this content here. I'm gonna create a new post. So we're gonna do a touch on source, source content, blog. We're gonna do Budgie 10.10.2 released.mdx. We're gonna copy paste all that. 10.10.2 released. It is March 7th. It's gonna go out today, so March 07, and we're gonna do, so it's 15:43 my time zone. I expect that it will probably go out around 1800 hours, so put it as 1800. We'll swap this for a .2 here, and let's see, so is our second minor release of the Budgie 10.10 series. This release fixes improves our bridge. I will say adds further improvements to our LabWC bridge. Improves application matching in icon task list and general stability fixes and more. Do that. All right, so don't usually, I've been trying to get out of the practice of using the excerpt for the first line as well, so that's definitely something I'm gonna have Claude fix for me while I'm working on it. But let's start by going into features and improvements. Now I actually don't need these open yet. Let's close all those. And we're gonna open up the old Yoki Bob here. Take a swig of my energy drink. So usually what I try to do is I list out like the key things I want to cover in future improvements, where I do fixes here. And then of course, always add our OC call out. So this is sort of like the basic structure that I have. As you can see, well, actually, I call it bug fixes and smaller things in this one, which isn't really par for the course, but I guess I felt like mixing it up back in January. Fair enough to past me. So it's all this stuff. So we do fade in animation of Raven. So that's one. So we want to talk about ability set theme independently for LabWC, and we'll do image here. Actually, no, we'll do inversed plus image here. So we'll have that. We have a fix for the daemon. OSD is now visible over running. Actually, it's implied that if it's a full screen application, it's running, right? That's kind of redundant to say it's running. So we have lots of bridge tidying up, bridge tidying, internationalization improvement, internationalization / keyboard improvements, layout, XKB options. So we have that. I know I already went through a lot of this. So multiple key binds. We have RC now fully linked against schema keys. Let's see. Tidying up bridge. The changes in this PR include handling multiple rc.xml keys where there are more than one key in the keybinds array. I actually want to take a look at what we do actionably on that. So I forget. So we have replace the keyboard section, user config, the template, deep copy. We need to find the right position. Our window rules here. Migration. That's something we'll do. Improved migrations. G keyboard section. There's that. Then for each of the keys, we trigger that. We have the mutter overlay one that's still being used. Convert those for XKB. Not going to worry about that too much. Locale 1 support. Because I think that was added. I don't think it's in this one. I don't think it's in this commit, but yes, also new brightness control. I don't think that actually went. It didn't go in 10.1, but rather we call our media keys. So that might actually be skipped. Let's see, correct activation. Fix activation of app groups when show all windows on click is enabled for icon task list. So that'll be there. Improved exception handling of window activations. We'll add QEMU, improved QEMU support, QEMU support. So that's the upside host acceleration, and we just double check this one. It just is more of a fix. Let's see, Kimu fix for upside down cursor sets WLR, no hardware cursors. So we have all that. Let's see. Reworked. Show desktop logic to improve reliability. Restoration of minimized windows. We now track which ones were minimized at the time of showing the desktop and only attempt to restore unminimize. Minimize those. Unminimize those. Super plus D now works for showing desktop. So there's that. Let's see. Many fixes related to scaling factors. This was related to, I want to say Raven. So it's related to applets. Icon task list and task list scaling no longer causes overly large icons. Budgie menu resizing fixes. So there's that. We have the session related fix. Sure, Budgie desktop. XDG data. There's. So we have that, and we have, so fix the removal of incorrect window item widget. Yeah, so closure of windows when there is only one. Closure of windows via icon task list popover when there is only one is more reliable. Actually, it's not even when there is only one. So that was handy. Ensure XDG desktop portal is started in our LabWC session. So there's that. We'll do allow custom screenshot paths to persist in Budgie screenshot. That's that. Let's see, environment file handling rework. Let's double check this one. Yeah, so there's the key value store, which, yeah, so we normalize the XKB options, which is up here. So that sort of is merged into that one. Refresh app indexer correctly. Separate touchpad left-handed setting from mouse. If requested, I don't have a touchpad, so it's hard for me to actually validate that. I mean, I don't have like, I should actually get like vertical golf, but like one of the Apple trackpad things to test. But I'll have to get the actual ThinkPad one second. Not seeing a blinking LED. It is dead. It's dead, Jim. I have to charge her up. It's very dead. Which is always the case whenever I go to grab that ThinkPad. Because I don't use it on a daily basis. Probably should. It's a great machine, but it's a bit chunky, especially compared to like my work issue MacBook. Like, my God. And the like the power, like both the battery life difference and just the sheer horsepower. And it's an M4 Pro that I was just upgraded to. I know they came out with M5s, but man, compared to whatever freaking I think it's like AMD thing is in this ThinkPad, not even a competition. Let's see. Sure, menu categories. Sure, menu categories are locale aware and sorting. We have that. Remove specific compiler standard versions. We were setting C11. We'll do add background support for Crystal dock, and make run and power dialogues behave when sloppy / mouse focus is used. So I'm providing sort of a general highlight of all this. It is all very rudimentary, because what I plan on doing is having Claude pull from all the frickin' chirps I've written. Staying true-ish to the verbiage. So let's go ahead and start working on that. Because there's no sense in me rewriting it for the 5th freaking time, you know, like. Because it might be like a topic is covered in like 2 chirps or something. So let's pull up Claude. All right, remote control is active. Well, let's turn off remote control. Remote control, can I turn off, let's see, config. Open configuration panel. I'm gonna do auto, let's see, enable for all sessions off. And we're gonna quit, because then you guys can't do a cheeky thing of remote controlling my session. Medium effort opus, yes, that is exactly what I want. I don't want low effort. So we have that. All right, so I am currently working on the buddies. Let's see, the Budgie 10.10.2 release blog post. The development topics of which I could separate the development topics and related screenshots of which have been covered throughout multiple chirps, and of course detailed in-depth via the Budgie desktop GitHub repository. Let's see. I have provided an outline of where, generally speaking, I want various parts of the release notes to reside. However, we may need to shuffle individual sections around to make it flow better. For example, a large Amount of work was done related to LabWC and improving our bridge. This includes everything from theme setting, Budgie desktop settings option, improved internationalizations, keyboard handling, improved migrations, free desktop, locale 1 support, etc. Let's see. I want you to review the current 10.10.2 post. Incorporating content from previous chirps related to the subject. Let's plan this out. Also want you to incorporate content from our GitHub. So make sure you get the tag. So get the. Oh, actually, shit. This is gonna be. I haven't provided it. No, actually, if it's using the GitHub CLI, it's probably okay. This might be all right. I want you to incorporate content from our GitHub, so make sure you get the commit SHA for the e10.10.1 tag. Then diff out all the changes between that and head. And be sure to include the icon task list pending pull request that will be merged in as well. So yes, actually, let me go ahead and icon task list improvement. Improvements related to application matching, snaps, Java apps, apps which do not correctly report class IDs such as Proton Pass and Proton Mail. So we are going to make sure this is in planning mode. So I expect it to start pulling from, say, chirp 7 because we have this. Chirp 6 for the show desktop rework, including the popover fixes, the scaling factor fix as well. So that's what I expect that to pull from, which it is. It's exploring previous chirps in parallel. The OSD is visible as well, ITL fixes, etc. Chirp 4, I believe we have, yes. So we have the incorporation of the ability to set that independently. It wants me to give it permission to get the SHA. We'll do that. And it wants to do an xargs of finding all the JSX files in blog. That's fine. Compare that to main branch. That is acceptable as well. And then it wants to find all the pull requests which contain icon task list. That's acceptable. MDX import, sure. And all open PRs, yes, because that is going to enable it to actually check for that. Let's see. So it wants to do that. JQ of all the commits. Gets the SHA, gets the message. Splits on new lines to extract the SHA and messages. List all the changed files related to it. We'll see if that seems a little extraneous, but we'll find out. And it is now when you do a JQ on the title, ask you down, find icon task as well there. Find all open. I literally already asked, you already asked to do this, but sure. I think it's because of the multiple agents. It wants to get 876. That is actually the correct PR. So I will permit that. Get the commits, sure, yeah. And get the files changed, sure. I feel like it's gonna go a little overboard with that, but we'll see. The PR headshaw, number of files changed. No, the number of changed files and changed is not relevant. I'm not going to give it permission to that. Get the diff. Sure, it's probably doing literally the same thing in a different way that I rejected it. But and then it will determine my convention, because I haven't actually written that in my Claude yet, like as a personality or whatever. That's okay. We'll cook that up. I could have done it in fast mode. I have plenty of frickin' usage, but it's okay. It's going into with the planning agent as well. Let me read to understand the right, yeah, so it's reading 10.10.1 to understand how to generally format it for the minor release, which is good. That's actually, that's good. I'm gonna increase the audio here a little bit, because I don't think you guys could really hear the music. Like during the quieter parts. Oh well. It's always a bit of a challenge for that. All right. While it's doing that, let's see, have we gotten any changes here? I don't think so. No, Evan hasn't looked at it yet. That's okay. What time is it on the Eastern Seaboard? Current time. So I guess it's EST or whatever. We just need a fucking universally, we just need to decide we're sticking to one or the other. DST or no DST. But right now it's 9. Oh yeah, he's not up. Or he shouldn't be up. He should be sleeping in or something. That's what I would be doing. I freaking didn't get up at 9. Find existing images. Yes. I do actually want you to find the existing images. Let's see if it reuses the images that I've already taken. Because the 10.10.1 released one, hilariously enough. I know the Chirp 7 that could be reused for. Maybe it could be reused for the Crystal Dock. I might take a different screenshot for that. While it's working through that, let's actually do that. I'm gonna move it off to the side. I don't need this open. We have all this. Let's go ahead and clean up. Move that. R50 rig there. Let's go to my desktop, and we're gonna delete these two things. We can probably delete DaVinci Resolve from that as well. I don't usually click it from there. Delete those. All right, that's good. Like so. So we have this. We're gonna open up. Well, actually, I need to bump it locally, don't I? Which means I really want to get that thing merged in so I can bump it to .2. Because I don't think I've done that yet. I should really start using Git work trees and things. But the problem with work trees is it's like a full copy. some colleagues at work that have been starting to use Git, but Claude is done at least. So that didn't give me a lot of time. So the current draft mentions Crystal Dock. Should this be Crystal Dock? Do you want a brief mention of it or a full subsection? Bullet points noting Crystal Dock background support was added. Small subsection. Yes, I would say a small subsection. Task list, applet, not ITL, also had scaling fixes in the same commit. Should both be mentioned. No, just icon task list. Promise sloppy, focused dialogue improvements in the future release. Should we explicit call back to that promise? Did we? Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I think that would actually be useful to mention that we explicitly did that. So we have that. And also, let's go ahead and skip forward a little bit there. There's always like little bits of silent in that thing. All right, so for LabWC Bridge section, do we want all the subtopics, so theming, I18N, touchpad, and migrations to be under a single header level 3 heading, or split it into separate header level 3s? I would like a single one with paragraphs, because that's generally what I do here. Like we'll have a header level 2, which is the feature, and then I try to break it down into the individual sections, like, you know, LabWC Bridge, and then you split it up. And if you need to, you could use header level 4s, but we'll see. Screenshot for LabWC, theme setting, give image here. I'll provide the image later. Also 10.10.2, or does that ship separately? Skip it, because Budgie session 101 was already shipped and is actually already in. It's already in Fedora for the upcoming release, which is 44. Or is it 40? I forget. I'm always on Rawhide, so my brain's mush with it. But anyways, it's in Rawhide. It's in the upcoming release, and it's been backported. And I know David did a similar thing with the patch as well. I wonder if it's in... Has Solus backported it? I hope so. Let's see. B for Budgie, not B for anything else. B for Budgie. Yes, backport. Yes, all right, fantastic. So Solus has it as well. So it's saying 10.10.2 is the containing 25 commits. Oh, is the context, right? As for that, it's rough notes and need to be expanded. So the front matter keep as is with placeholder. Yep. Restates the excerpt, which is already good. So we have a LabWC Bridge section, multiple paragraphs, so related to theme settings. Yes, which will be okay. So it wants me to put as 10.10.2 LabWC theme. That actually makes sense for SEO. Keyboard and locale handling. That's a reworked environment file handling. Bridge now supports free desktop locale 1, locale systemd locality. That is correct. I have seen the code myself with fallback to etc default keyboard and then US layout. XKB options are properly sourced and merged. That is all correct. It's no longer rewritten on each login. User customizations are preserved. That's correct as well. Touchpad configuration, sync from that. Missing peripheral configuration. Configs are recreated for upgraded users. Yeah, and general bridge maintenance. Yes. ITL rework. Popover fix. That is good. Reworked with proper dbus. Yes, that is all correct as well. Only minimizes those. Yep. Screenshot path. Let's see. Screenshot paths are saved. Dialog fix improvements. All back this delivered on promise. Yep. Crystal Dock. Bug fixes. OSD. Did I miss something? Where's the Budgie menu? Bug sentence. Menu categories. Window activation. Where is Budgie menu improvements plan? Scaling, fixes, and tweaks to improve. Oh, it's not wrapping. This is hard mode now. Improve the sizing across various resolutions. I actually didn't butcher any of that. Amazing. It's a feature improvement, not just a bug fix. Well, you didn't list it on either of them. Ya dick. Because that was something that was annoying me. Alright, so I updated that. So it should be in Budgie menu, yes. Clamped it to stubby menus. Menu categories are also now locale. Yes, perfect. All right, so that shifts more things from being bug fixes over into the Budgie menu thing. That is very good. So I am going to, yes, clear context and auto accept. So we'll do that. And while that is cooking up, so we'll move this out of the way. Let's go ahead and actually take some screenshots. So we're going to open up this. Oh, it's hilarious that we actually allow it to be maximized. Probably shouldn't, but whatever. It doesn't harm anything, I guess. Who cares? Now we'll open up screenshot here. And we're going to take a full screenshot. So we'll do that. Save it. And then we are going to want one that is... I don't think there's anything else that's notable there. Let me open up the ThinkPad here. So it's not going to be very exciting content for you guys, but it is what it is. It's just part of development. Well, that's doing its thing. What I can do is... because I don't think I bumped it. Usually what I do is I take a screenshot of this. But it mentions 10.10.1. I could have it part of the bump, but it's kind of violates what I usually do for that. Oh man, it's already it's almost done already. Check available npm scripts, sure. Oh, I want ERC0 on that. It wants to build, sure. Let me discard that because it's overridden it. And we'll walk through what it's done. Notes. Avoid M dashes. Well, actually first we'll see if it's using any M dashes. Usually very noticeable. No. Does this frickin'... It works. Sadly, it works for both humans and machines. The frickin' list items with the bold stuff. So I'm personally not a fan, but if it works, you know. That's booting up. So let's read what it has written. So it already incorporated the thing that I had for the excerpt. So the excerpt hasn't changed. So features improvements. LabWC bridges the glue between Budgie Desktop and LabWC Compositor, translating your desktop settings into the compositor's native configuration. This release brings several improvements to that integration. That is actually a very, very good way of putting it. Can you check for references to latest release at need 2.10.10.2? We'll have it iterate on that as well. I'll turn down the music on my side a little bit on my mixer. All right, so theme settings. You can now set a LabWC window decoration. I You know what? Having it after is okay. Giving you more control over the look and feel. Like as a style thing, I usually have the screenshot above. But because it's sort of listing it this way, it's fine. Give you more control over the look and feel of your window decorations. Let's actually... Yeah, so it bumped that for the constant. That's good. What about data related to support? Fedora will get it. Everything else will be outdated. Ooh, actually, Fedora will get it. Upcoming release. Everything else. Ubuntu will also technically have it. Fedora and Ubuntu Budgie will have it in upcoming release. Everything else should flag as outdated. Also, please mention the additional. It will be the additional dependencies, EGL info as an example, required for 10.10.2. All right, so we have that. Yeah, we reworked how the bridge handles keyboard layouts and locale settings. The bridge now supports the free desktop locale 1 interface, systemd locale D as the source for keyboard. Yep, fallback chain. That's correct. XKB options are properly sourced and merged from G settings. That is correct. Systemd locale D and etc default keyboard, also correct. Importantly, the environment file is no longer rewritten on each logic, so any user changes will just say so any user changes will be preserved. We'll tweak that. Touchpad configuration. Touchpad scroll is now synced. Speaking of, this is now booted. Although I'm going to get it updated. Fire off terminal. DNF upgrade. Do that. Additionally, the touchpad left-handed setting now separate from the mouse. Be good to verify. I think I'll need to clone latest Budgie Control Center on the ThinkPad to confirm that. Yep. Icon task list, so application match rework. Let's see, matcher tries. One. Actually, we'll do startup VM. Reverse DNS lookups. Java package names. Snap crafting. And then, lastly, case-insensitive fallbacks. Tries the following to find the right match. So we'll do this, because I actually want that to be listed out explicitly. This addresses long-standing issues with non-standard applications, like Tilix, JEdit, snaps, and Proton paths, resulting in better icon grouping. Let's see, and better matching, grouping, and more reliable pinning behavior. Yep. Is this updating? Oh, okay, it is pulling it down. Ooh. Whatever mirror it's using is and slow as balls. All right, well, we'll be waiting on the ThinkPad for a bit. Popover fix. So windows in the icon task list popover are now identified. by their exact window reference instead of their class ID, this is also correct, because what would happen is you would close a window and it was like, all right, which one is it gonna close today? Well, I guess we'll find out because it's by class ID. So whatever was first listed in the list. Incorrect window removal from popovers. Yep. This also wasn't mentioned. No, we also fixed a bug with closing the last remaining application of the last remaining window of a given app. Let's see. Activation, yes. I want to do this show. Just no. There. Budgie menu. Sizing has been improved across various resolutions. Removed unnecessary scaling logic. Clamped menu to sensible sizes. Let's see. Just EGL info, I think is. Let's see. One sec. I will see. I will allow access to Budgie desktop so you can check the mason.builds yourself. Or actually, it's mason.build files. No, I will add it. That's when you're supposed to wait. So code, Buddy's a Budgie desktop there for this session. Actually, I should just allow it for all sessions, but that's all right. Okay, check now. All right. So we have that. It should already have in the context the information about the correct. Yes, until head. That is correct. Proceed. Increase that a bit. All right. Screenshot path persistent. Oh, actually, I missed this section, so we'll review that. We'll include it here. Show desktop functionality has been reworked with the proper dbus interface. Yeah, that's all correct. Custom screenshot save paths now persist across sessions and Budgie screenshot. That is also correct. Yes. Crystal dock. Sadly, that's pretty legit, to be honest. It has a lot of content to base it off of, and it's literally ripping content from my previous chirps, but still, right? Like, goddamn. Always impresses me. But this is generally how I work, right? Like I'll like create a structure for Claude. It'll hammer things out. It'll go and like pull content from the pull request, from issues, summarize that, and then I go through and I audit everything, right? It's not like I'm just like, generate me blog post and then publish. Because I feel like there are even some Linux publications that very clearly do that. I'm not going to name them, but it's very obvious with some of them that they just take blog post, feed it into LLM, have it summarize something. It's not even like the top of the line models that they seem to be using either. That's all right. All right, so here's a summary of all the changes. Yes, that is all the way down here. Good. So runtime dependency. I'm going to add dir code. Buddy's a budgie. We're going to do budgie desktop. No, it's going to be docs. So we're going to add the directory of docs. And what I'm going to do is we'll open it up. Let's see. We'll do it here, actually. We'll just pull this one over. CD code. Buddy's a budgie docs. Make sure we're on main. All right, good. So we're going to want it to update our 10.10, update the 10.10 documentation to include references, include the new dependency, and highlight for me references to 10.10.1 that should be swapped to 10.10.2. So we'll have it do that. And the reason is we need to add the EGL info as a dependency in the building budgie desktop documentation. So yeah, it's adding it right now. And it's flagging references to 10.10.1. Constant, should it be updated? Let's see. Constant, yes, 10.10.0 should be swapped for 10.10.2. It's updating the docs, Mesa demos on Arch. Is that right? I want to validate that one myself. Oh, it's all okay. It's gonna fix that as well. I mean, do we even need the latest budgie release in docs? Feel like that was changed. Feel like that is no longer necessary as getting budgie was moved to main website. I feel like that we might not need to update that constant anymore in the documentation. Defined but not important. Is it literally just that? Hold on, I actually want to validate source constants. Cat constants. Yes, actually. Yes. We need to do that. All right, so that has been deleted. We added that as a note. Trying to think if there is anywhere else where we'll have it check our FAQ for I'll have it check our FAQ as well in about, because there might be references to like what is the current release of Budgie Desktop? Well, the current release of Budgie Desktop is 10.10. blah. But it might actually reference the constant. No direct references to 10.10.1 or specific release. It's all Budgie 10.10 this series, which is still correct. However, there's a couple things worth flagging. It's fine as is. And same situation. Minor release 10.10.1 could be updated 10.10. Yes. 0.3. Update that. Yeah. Uh, 0.4. Update that. Actually, I could just literally reply, yes, please. All right, so it will update the FAQ then, so that's good. So I want to add a bunch of different images. So we'll have our main image here. We're going to have a Crystal Dock image here of Crystal Dock. Whoa, it's been, well, discard hours. And show the skin image here. Because it just modified the XDG Desky. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that. That's hilarious. We'll do that. We're going to add a, where is it? Bridge. Into image here. We're going to have an image here, I think, for touchpad. God, really derping today, aren't I? Image here. I don't think we need a, well, I mean, we could have a small screenshot for that. I don't have any references to, oh, fuck it. Do that. It's still going through and running the transaction for DNF. Jesus. All right. Well, budgie menu sizing. Provide slightly more details on the budgie menu scaling / sizing change. I'll have it do that. If I need to, I'll get more specific, because effectively what I'm wanting it to do is incorporate, if I pull up this, in my pull request, I provided a handy table. Where is it? I'll just search for something where we're actually doing, here it is, conventional commit. So like this table, I don't expect it to provide the entire ramping. If I commit, no, check PR 873 table and description. I don't want a full table breakdown, just high level. I really butchered that. It's gonna be probably like high G, no high, yeah. I don't know why it's not wrapping, but compound command. So it wants to do a GHPR, echo try alternating numbers, then view, sure. That is way too large of a single paragraph. My God. Break it up. There we go. All right. On most higher resolutions, this will result in slightly more menu items being shown at once. There we go. 35% of the work area height. That's correct. That's all good. And now it's running the post transactions for kernel module core on the ThinkPad. So I want a screenshot of Crystal Dock. So that will be one. Show desktop. I could theoretically record a video of that, but I feel like it might mess up my camera. I might want to steal the camera through V4L2 loopback, or it just might not show it. We'll find out. I could do a video on that for the show desktop functionality. Should I? Yeah, you know what? I think we might do that. Let me, if things go awry, if things go awry, you know why. All right, so it's not doing that. It's capturing everything else. That's all fine. We will clear all the audio. We'll do just display, which is not working. What the heck? What the heck-a-roni? Well, I'll restart OBS. Okay, I never care about those. Can we just delete them? No, it's just straight up not. Not capturing it. Oh, I think the portal crashed or something. So we can find out. No, portal's still running. Just doesn't care. Cool. Okay, well. Primary screen. Should just be just display. Oh, it's a test. Open selector. What the heck? Device or not available. Not connector, not available. Okay, well, let's see if I could do this. Screen capture through pipe wire. Do T. Label as T. Oh, it's just the portal just isn't working. All right. Well, there goes that idea. Defunct portal. Ooh, actually, there's that defunct portal on TTY. Here. Oh no, I have it running here. All right, well, that's unfortunate. I was thinking about doing that show desktop just a quick. I might squeeze that in after the stream. Persistent, that's fine. Oh, I could also do a video here as well. Damn it. What was the thing? Like WL record, I think? It's like the Ubuntu Budgie guys came up with like a applet that calls it. It's WL record. WL screen rec, I think. 2025. DRI. WF screen recorder. So what is the process for this? You only have one output. Capture with audio. So I could just do it without audio, which is great. All right, well we'll do it that way. So let's go ahead and see if it's actually available in Fedora. Install, recommend install from Cargo. Let's see about that. I want to see if it's actually still available. DNF search. Screen rec. Because if we're on an up-to-date release, there's no point in me pulling it from Cargo. It isn't there. What the fuck? Fine. I don't like it, but I'll do it. Actually, I don't actually in principle have an issue pulling stuff from crates, so I would just prefer to get it from the binary repo. Artifacts found. Cargo install with locked. Okay, we'll do that. There we go. It's cooking. It's cooking up. I should have everything it needs. Missing. Oh, okay. So I'm missing FFmpeg. DNF install FFmpeg free though. I don't actually know if I'm using. I might be using like the non-free. DNF install. It's gonna conflict with what? Let's do a search for FFmpeg. Might just be FFmpeg devel that I have. Let's try with that. It was complaining about that. Libav wants the libav util package config. So it probably wants. Let's see what pulled that in. Oh, I pulled that in. Is there even a? I see the libav. Well, we'll try again with this first. I don't know why OBS Studio is acting up on the desktop. Why is it come up? AVFFT missing that header. Holy shit. Oh my god. Can I? Okay. I might be able to do this. Sudo lib user include lib av codec avfft.h. This might work. I think it'll like get the related package config. Oh, it's finally done. So that's done. I'm gonna go to Budgie control center. What branch am I on? Get status. Get checkout. I'm on scroll method. We'll pull main. Can't be found. Oh, god damn it. AVFFT. Make sure you install full FFmpeg codecs for hardware acceleration via RPM Fusion. Okay. AVFFT Fedora. Mason. Do a ninja build. Ah, this is exactly what I want. Oh, if I can block that. FFT. AV, yeah, it should be from AV codec. Let me now search AV codec. I don't think it's this, but codec free. I think this is going to conflict with whatever I have installed. Package libs, yes, from RPM Fusion free conflicts with that. All right, I give up on that. I launch OBS here. No portal. Oh, well, the camera, that's fine. That I don't care about. What I do actually, I'm gonna move this off screen and check. I can't find those videos. That's fine. Resource busy for video 0. That's correct. Happy can't open up NVIDIA encode. That's fine. It's not NVIDIA. Deck link. Very weird. I'm gonna delete all these. Delete. 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 And we are going to try it again. Which is not game capture. Where am I blind? Where is it? Like Pipewire, isn't it? Video capture device, Pipewire. Nope. It's a lot of effort just for a couple videos. Just isn't showing. All right, cool, I guess. Try it again. Where are those even from? Can I just delete these? Weird. Why? Maybe that'll actually delete them. Ah, it's I think part of this crap. Gosh, overlays there. That's funny. It's really old. I just want display. All right, I'm gonna do something a little risky. So if things blow up, you know why. Kill all that, kill WLR, kill XDG, and user libexec, and start it up again. Then, is it Control-Shift-L? What is the freaking keybind for it? Just want to split view. PS. All right. We have it. All right. Exit. Relaunch. Let's see if maybe Maybe it was just being dumb. Oh. It gave me the capture. I just get a critical on the good old G is object thing here. So where the hell? If I do primary cam, it should be primary screen. Oh, there we go. Where the hell is primary screen from then? Oh, we're just gonna copy this. Copy into just display. There we go. Ooh, all right. My God, all right. We finally got it. Let's minimize this. We're gonna open up Dolphin, and also we're gonna have to restart the music because it was about to end. And I like how if I go all the way back, it doesn't actually go all the way back. There we go. So we do that. And we'll go to Budgie desktop like so. And then we'll do a test drive here of pressing Super D. I mean, that worked. I wish I had an animation. I think an animation would be fancier, but it's what it is. Actually, what I could do is say like I sound like Yoda, but also add the show desktop button here. If I do it like that, there, that'll be fun. So if I pull up that to screen record, if I put always on top, what's going to happen here? Still minimizes it. It's really annoying. All right, well, mirrored out. Let's move this slightly closer. I wish I could have OBS on the screen, but not actually capture OBS. Like, ignore that surface and capture other ones, but it is what it is. We'll start recording. I overshot. Crap. All right. Let's do this. It's probably okay. I'm not going to trim it. So I have that one, and then the other thing I wanted a video for is it was focus dialogue stuff. So I will do this. We'll show this with this set to sloppy. Like so. And if I do this, it should. Yeah, perfect. All right. We're going to do another recording. So that's recording now. We're going to go over here. We're going to open up that. There we go. All right. Both of our videos that we wanted, or I wanted, I was adamant of having, are now in. So that's good. We also want a screenshot, I think, of the sloppy mode. No, actually, we already have that. It'll be the style here is what we want. I think I actually already captured a screenshot of it, but just in case, we'll capture it again. There we go. All right, save that. So that is all good. And let's pull all this up again. And I will move, actually, I don't even have to do that. I could do it on this screen. I'll upload those two videos. Let's create. Let's go ahead and let's create. So we're gonna go to content. I'm gonna the building, Budgie 11. We are going to just copy the tags from that. That'll get us the closest to it. Upload videos. I think I could do it like this. So it is going to be what this video, I think. I would do Budgie 10.10.2 demonstrating show desktop functionality. Clear and paste. And we will remove Qt 6 CPP Budgie 11. I'm going to do Budgie 10. Like so. I might actually do this as an unlisted video. In this video, I demonstrate the show desktop functionality. Available changes for Budgie 10.10.2. Windows are properly minimized, unminimized, based off current state. What I should have done, I mean, it's not too late, but I'm not gonna bother, is like minimize and then show the desktop, so that way it shows that only one of the applications on the main screen actually is re-rendering or redisplaying. So we'll do that, and we're gonna do next. None of that. And let's move this off screen for a moment. No audio is playing, which is great. So that way we can, we'll put as unlisted 13-second clip. We're going to save that. I'm going to go to it, and then I need to embed. And the easiest way to do that, funnily enough, because I already have embeds in one of the chirps, is to iframe search in, oh my god, maybe too many. Chirp 5 here. Open up chirp 5, we copy that in, and then we'll have, it was bridge improvements, theme, show desktop, I think. Here. We'll do it here. And copy. I need to do a share embed where I copy this and then just pull the source from it. I don't actually know if it needs the SI part, but so we have that for that one, and then we'll have it for the show focus. So let me go to videos again. Let's copy the tag. See, show more, copy. Great. Upload videos. And it'll be this last one here. Of course, that's tags. There tags. There. Budgie 10.10.2. Sloppy focus dialogue improvements. In this video, I show sloppy improvements. Show the improvements made to sloppy focus for dialogues for Budgie 10.10.2. I'm actually missing the CTAs for this and the other upload. Because usually I add links to that, so let me copy it from here. that like donate and website and yada yada. So let me edit video on this one. Not that it matters because it's only going to be unlisted, but it is what it is. Save. And then this one, processing video, like so. Next. There won't be any copyright issues because it is fully unlisted. We recommend keeping it no publish anyways, it's fine. And then we will embed, but I have to go to the video first. And to share, embed, copy. So we'll do this, and then we're literally just gonna go yoink, and then re-yoink that. And if you're wondering why I'm not doing it using this iframe code, is because this is all using MDX and React, and things like frame border lowercase or referral policy lowercase, or they allow full screen all lowercase, that sort of thing is not valid. So a one-to-one copy isn't really going to work. So we'll do this. So that should be the right one. Yes, TTH. So that's correct. And that should work out for that. Now I am going to turn on the ThinkPad. And see, does the touchpad stuff show up after I install? Install, build. All right, so that is installed. If I open up the touchpad, mouse and touchpad settings, I have 2-finger scroll. I have the click method, all of that. Great. So I will change the background to match, which I love this background for Fedora. So nice. It's like honestly one of their best ones in the last few years, in my opinion, of course. Mouse, it's the rocket ship one that I use everywhere. It's just the Fedora one. All right, so we have that. I'm going to take a screenshot of the whole thing and save it. And then I need to open up the old, funnily enough, I'm going to open up quote unquote files, aka Nemo, because that's where I have. I don't actually have my Samba share there. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, crap. All right. What a bollock. Do I have Proton Pass installed on this? I don't. Okay. Well, fortunately I have a thumb drive, so I'm gonna do this the lazy way. Assuming I can't even. Oh, I won't even build to. Oh, I will. Okay. I'll unplug that other device. All right. Where's the USB port? I'm gonna do it very lazy way. I don't think my wife needs these. I'll delete. Moving to trash. Okay. Moving those. So that way I will have a image. For the control center, the touchpad thing here. All right. So if I open up images in new tab, I copy the image. Trying to think if there's anything. I don't think there's any other images I need, so I'm gonna reject that. All right, and plug her in. It's definitely not the EOS digital. It is this. We're going to copy that. It's a PNG, 1.9 meg PNG. Oh my goodness. I'm going to do this folder. Budgie 10.10.2. Do that and move. I think it was these screenshots. There we go. And then you guys get to see firsthand how often GIMP crashes for me. Ooh, I'm gonna laugh if this is the moment when it just doesn't crash at all. It's been really bad. I think ever since, I don't want to attribute it, so it might be a correlation, not a causation. Just putting it out there. But it feels like ever since the move to, it was that Pixbuff replacement. What was it called? All the rest things, freaking the image loaders. Oh, what is it called? Shit, I always forget. I just had it on top of my head. Shit, I don't remember. Open image. I didn't choose that image, but that is actually the one I want. So yes, actually. All right. Cancel. Close. Oh, it's gonna bother. I have to look it up. It's gonna bother me. GNOME Pixbuff replacement. Rust library. Glycin. That was called. Ever since the move to Glycin, I feel like it's been things have been less stable. Particularly Inkscape and GIMP. All right, so I don't need this full thing. I'm gonna do. Is it really at 14? Well, I guess it is at 1440p. 1920. We'll do 1080. I'm gonna center it. I don't actually think this is fully centered though. Like there might be a little bit more on the Y direction that I need to do. 120. Might be a little. I'll do 140. There. Okay. We'll export. I'm gonna go code. Budgie's a Budgie. Budgie desk. No, not Budgie desktop. Site. Public image. Images, not image. I should merge those. It's going to be blog 202603. And it'll be Budgie. Whoa. The fuck? Excuse me, Budgie. What the? Just let me type. Budgie. Budgie desktop. 10.10.2. It's gonna be touchpad settings.jpg. I mean, whether or not it's a PNG or a JPEG, like typically it would matter. But in my particular case, because we're using Next.js and they get converted to AVIF, it doesn't in principle matter. But I would rather have like a 400, or in this case, it looks like it'll be an 118 kilobyte file in Git compared to a 1.2 meg, because that's there forever. So, oh, there we go. Hey, GIMP crashed. Woo, reliable as always. Hey, and you know what that means? I have to fucking do it all over again. Yeah, isn't that great? Right when I was doing the export. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I love GIMP. I love all of it. It's so great. We have to speed run this. 1920, 1080, center, 140, resize, export. Export. Actually, we're gonna overwrite, so that way I don't have to do this again, because of that fucking reason. Terrible. It would maybe even be faster at this point for me just to frickin' have like a image magic thing that does this for me. Oh, I got it. All right, code. What is Budgie? Budgie desktop site. Public images. Blog 2026-03. Can I add this to favorites? Add to bookmarks. 03. Budgie. No, just fucking Budgie desktop. Settings. No, it's not, but Budgie desktop 10-10-2 dash touchpad dash settings .jpg. All right, yes, just export quickly before it crashes again. I'm up against the clock here, damn it. All right, we'll do this. So, all right, images blog 2026-03, like so. Next, lab WC theme. So we already have that as well. I need to open it up. It's going to be in pictures 10.10.2. I think it's this one. All right, so that looks fine. We go 100%. So the first thing I want to do is adjust the canvas size to 3840. So it truncates all the right-hand side display. I'm going to save this immediately. I'm going to overwrite as well. Okay, maybe not. I'm going to canvas size 1920, 1080. Center. I wish I could zoom in on this. Because I feel like it might be off as well by like 20 pixels. Maybe even off more on the... Oh, it's more off more on the right as well. Not scale. Canvas size 1920, 1080. I think it's going to be maybe 80,000? Maybe even more. Maybe like 1020, 1040 or something. If I could zoom in, that would be great. Or if I could get it like a live thing. I think that's probably good enough. Export. What do we call it here? This. Before anyone is like, but Josh, maybe it's the sloppy focus. It was crashing before that too. Budgie. We'll call it Budgie desktop dash 10.10.2. Export. And make sure we rename this desktop. All right, so we have those two. We want image for the matching as well. So we could do that. That's a pretty simple one. I could just do locally as well. Minimize all of those. We have that. Let's pull up the screenshot function. That. Although, well, that's interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot it's fixed in place. If I right click, hop over. Yeah, okay. I wonder if this will actually work. Print screen. Oh, it did work. Fantastic. Now I want to put this in pictures, Budgie 10.10.2. There we go. Right. All right. That worked out better than I expected. We have what this tiny thing, I think. And I really just want GIMP to not crash. Oh, I guess I could close OBS over here as well. I don't need that anymore. All right. I don't really care too much about how much. I feel like that's going to be way too large. If I do 100% scaling. Maybe a 1000 by 460, I think, is even a bit much. I kind of like the extra padding though, so we'll do a canvas size here, 1000 460, and we're gonna like that, and we're gonna save it real quick because I expect it'll probably take a dump on me in a moment. 03 Budgie desktop 10.10.2 icon task list fixes.jpg, like so. Have this images blog 2020-2026-03, like so. All right, it's one down. We're gonna want, I think, crystal dock as well, I think. All right, I want to see though, has the PR been merged or approved? No. All right, I'm YOLOing it up. Functionally complete. We'll rebase. What? Enable auto merge rebase. Rebase and merge. Yeah. Yeah, it could wait. It could wait. He'll be around soon, I'm sure. I'm just really itching to get 10.10.2 tagged. Because my next screenshot after Crystal Dock is going to be... Let's actually see what... We could prep that one at least in the meantime. We have all this crap. Let's open up Budgie desktop settings. Let's move my bottom panel to the top. So that way we could demonstrate that. And we're going to open up Crystal Dock. And there we go. I think we need to wait a moment for it to do the background thing. I mean, it looks fine on my side, so I don't... It's funny though. Happens sometimes. Let's do that. Take a screenshot of this, I guess. Oh. Well, GIMP decided to crash again for no fucking reason. And I like how Proton Pass is broken in Crystal Dock, so it doesn't even have all the fancy handling that I do. That's okay though. So can I do this? Edit launchers, panel settings. I don't want the application menu. I just want... I could do this. If I right click this. Oh, I can't show this and this at the same time because it has it as a separate. It doesn't have it as a separate window fully. That's annoying. Okay, well, I was just thinking about... I don't like that it says Z preview there though. I mean, like, it's a fine application. I just want the settings itself. I don't want anything related to Z. Here, if I do, can I right click here? No, you have to right click on their panel settings. It's like you have to have a running app. I could go into appearance and then... No. Visibility. Do that. Yeah, well. No. Let's do it. Sort of undecided on this one. Maybe it doesn't need a screenshot. It is a top level thing, isn't it? Ow. Okay. Let's remove that. I have decided. I have spoken. All right. New terminal. Yarn. Deb. All right. So that is now up. If I refresh this, it's not like it's local up. You know, it's not like it's. Yeah, so we have that 10.10.2 for March 7th, 2026. 10.10.2. Do I always call it Budgie 10.10.2 instead of Budgie Desktop 10.10.2? I suppose it's fine. I'm not going to go back and change the others. We do that. Yeah, so that'll have our featured image. Yep, that's good. Pretty legit. Nice screenshots. I have this as well. You can't see it at all with me recording at 4K, this tiny freaking like 24 pixel icon in the bottom. That's hilarious. I don't want to close all the windows. What I want to do is kill Crystal Rock. Kill all Tech9 Crystal Rock. All right. Oh well. We have this. Oh well. If people want to see it, they can frickin' full screen it. Like I'm not gonna. Theoretically, I could like throw it in DaVinci and do a zoom thing and whatever, but I'm not gonna. That requires more effort than what I want to put in. Delivers on promise. Yeah, non-click focus. We have Crystal Dock, and then we have bug fixes here. And yeah. Seems good. I think I just need the normal featured image. Let's see. Any status change? No. All right. In that case, I am running up against the clock for myself personally, so I'm going to just opting to merge this in so I can get it in on the 10.10.2 release. I don't think he'll mind. I mean, I addressed his things, so we'll auto merge. Enable auto merge. Merge blocking. Request review for myself. I'm going to add my own review, aka approve, and then that will allow me to then just auto merge. Or it should. Come on. Ow. Reviewers. Sorry, Evan. I'm not trying to railroad you here. I really want to get it in. What the fuck? I am supposed to be God in this repo. Why can't I merge this in? Can I do it with, let's see. I could pull it up here. Like I could literally just merge it into main, you know, and just close the PR, but GHPR, let's see, GHPR merge 876. I will use my admin privileges. Squash and merge. locally and on GitHub. Sure. What's next? I want to edit the commit subject. Submit. There we go. I use my admin number. That's the benefit of being BDFL, baby. So I can do that. Sorry, Evan. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. Get this thing in. All right, so we are now on that. Let me just... Are we up to date? We are. All right. Let's go ahead and search for all references to 10.10.2, 10.10.1. What? 10.10.0? Oh shit, we never updated those where we bumped. Shit. Well, we'll fix that now. Toggle replace 10.10.2. Oh, yeah, we didn't. Scripts. Update translation. Let's see. Let's see what happens. This is always a bit of a risk because sometimes if translations are done not like 100% correctly, the PO syntax for applets will break and cause libps to freak out. Happens sometimes, but let's see. Oh, John's also been. Oh, what a nice guy. Updating that. Well, shit. Let's see. Oh. Okay, no, that is correct. I was like, oh. We gotta look out for like the new lines. If things are split when they shouldn't. But this is correct. That's correct. Hey, there we go. All right. Post status get commit. Chore sync translations. Get push. We'll do that. We're going to update everything that's referencing that, and also 10.10.1 to 10.10.2. Save everything in the buffer. Save everything in the buffer. And then we're going to get restore PO slash that, I think. Oh, wait. Let's rerun scripts. Update pot.sh. Oh, unexpected file names. Oh. See how well that worked, I guess. Seems okay. And then we will rerun because it would have touched those. We'll pull them down again, and it should be okay. I think the tooling for this has always kind of sucked, but it is what it is. What I'll do is I'll search again for 10.10.0 and see. All right, rerun that. All right, so that is actually good. Add commit chore bump to 10.10. Actually, no, it's more of a feat. Bump to 10.10.2. We'll push that. It is not the tag though. But what I could do now is rerun all this, install it, and it might require relog. We'll find out. I don't think I will do a relog, but if I restart Budgie panel, I don't remember if the about actually calls the exec at launch or what the situation is about. Let's see. Okay, no, it does say 10.10.2 there. Great. All right. Oh, it seems like my... What the fuck happened here? Desktop. There we go. We have that. Something like that, I think, will be good. 770, we're on 45. That's all fine. Lots of Zen instances, that is what it is. That looks fine. 10.10.2. Trying to think if there's anything else. Let's pull this up. Like that, I think. That'll be good. Take a screenshot. We'll save it. That'll be our featured image. So let's open up the crashiest of apps. The GNU. The Gimperoni. Go into here. Take this. Go. Fortunately, there isn't really anything else I need to do here. I could stand up happening at 30. Yeah, it is 3:40. That's why this is going to be a shorter stream today. Let's save this so I don't have to recrop. Yeah, sure. Just save. Export. Still crashes. Yes, it crashes all the time. Like almost every, I will literally have it sitting there doing nothing, and it'll be like, okay, I die now. It's featured. I think it's called, yeah, 10.10.2 Budgie. Oh, we'll do it this way. There we go. Sure, export. Right. So, in theory, if I go back to this one, I refresh. I might need to actually see images. Ah, okay. That's an issue. There we go. Hey, okay. If I go here, there we go. 10.10.2 released. All right. Features and improvements. Touchpad. Some peripheral sections and RC are auto created. Southpaw trackpad users no longer need to flip their mouse as well. I guess it is actually referred to as Southpaw, isn't it? Southpaw track pad. Left-handed. Yeah. Mouse left-handed. No longer need to flip their mouse as well. That's true. Yeah. ITL. Yeah. A nice screenshot there. Budgie menu. We have all that. All right. That seems good to me. All right, Claude. Generate 200 character social media post for Budgie 10.10.2. Let's see. Generate actually a social media post for Budgie, keeping it less than 200 characters. I probably don't even need it because covering a bit of our excerpt. No M dashes. Dashes. No emojis. Except the ta-da one. No, except for the rocket emoji. I like the rocket emoji, so that's actually what I want concretely. Link to the blog post in the social. Doesn't count to the 200. Dump it into a text file in /tmp. That way, so it's easier for me to copy. So we'll do that, and then we'll have it do a grammar pass. Let's see. It's here, improved LabWC bridge, better application management. A good start, but let's emphasize more all the fixes, please. Because this is, of course, related to fixes. All right, 10.10.2 is here. Improved LabWC bridge, better app matching and icon tasks, menu sizing, and dialogue focus fixes, scaling, bug fixes, and more. Sure. I will then improve that slightly. So Budgie, step 10.10.2 is here. We have significantly improved the LabWC bridge. Handle. Oh. Let's see. Have introduced better app matching and icon task list. Scaling fixes, and a whole lot more. Check it out at. All right, so there'll be that, which is good. Let's see. Let's go ahead and also do a grammar pass on the blog post. While it's doing that, actually, I'll wait because I need to generate the RSS/Atom feed stuff as well. Missing Oxford comma. Debatable. Better matching, grouping, and more. Not actually debatable. Grouping, comma, and more. Yeah. Awkward phrasing fixed a bug when closing. Yeah. That's legit as well. Inconsistent tense on, it was line 108. Related to that. So set WLR. That is also correct. LGTM. But we will just sanity check that we didn't like forget anything. Control F for image. No, that's good. All right. Yarn build. Oh, hate this. I think it's like Z always misbehaves with this. Do yarn build, so that way it generates the things. Good shit. Good shit. All right. We have all that. 10.10.2 released. Yes. Git add public source. Oh my god. Git git add public source git commit feat budgie 10.10.2 release blog. Ah, yes, something else I want to check. Let's fire up yarn dev again. Is the getting budgie one. So if I go to get budgie, it should flag everything except like Fedora and Ubuntu. Fedora and Ubuntu. Is it gonna fucking fire up? Come on, there we go. Upcoming release, upcoming release. Good. Outdated, upcoming release, outdated, outdated, outdated. I mean, Ultramarine. I mean, to be fair, it is actually accurate that it's outdated. I feel a little bad by flagging. I will admit, I feel bad about flagging Ultramarine Linux is outdated, but then Fedora 1 is upcoming. But I don't know what the release cycle is for Ultramarine. Like, I haven't... I don't know how quickly after a Fedora release they follow up with their own. I could check, I suppose, but probably not the biggest deal yet. Yeah. Otherwise, I think that's good. And this time, because with the Budgie 10.10 release, we didn't actually have any. I didn't have any analytics. I made sure that we had it like sort of a few days after I released a blog post, but we were missing out on that. 10.10.1, really good reception, like analytics wise. It'll be interesting to see about 10.10.2. I understand they're downstream of Fedora and follow the release cadence. Yeah, that I understand, but it's one thing to be downstream and say Fedora releases 44. How quickly after that is there an Ultramarine Linux one? You know, is it a week? Is it 1 day? Is it 1 month? Right? If they were in Matrix, I would be able to ask them, but they're not. They're not in our Matrix, I mean. But I'll keep an eye on it. So that'll be flagged as outdated. All right, so I think this is probably good. That's all fine. So let's go ahead. I mean, let me double check. Be kind of funny if, all right, so if I go to applets, add applet, nothing crashed, which means there isn't an issue with translations at least. All right, so we're good on that front. That's been pushed. Let's do a script. Let's actually go so far as sudo rm build and script to scripts make release. Gotta go for a bit. See in the stand up. Yeah, see in the stand up, but all right. It wants that. I always forget if this one is. I think it's that one. Yeah. All right. So that is all good. Although I just realized that we did the make release, but we didn't actually do the tag. That's funny. Budgie, let's remove this. And Budgie, because I want to get tag v10.10.2 first, and then do a make release. So that'll be good to go. All right. So we have the tarball, we have all that. We're going to have the blog post. What I'm going to do is open up Budgie desktop here. Go over to releases. So that'll be our first thing. Donate. That'll be our CTA there. So I'm going to yoink this CTA. Grab this. Grab this excerpt here. Budgie 10.10.2 release. Make sure the URL is actually correct. So it'll be Budgie 10-10-2 released. Yes. Donate. CTA is good. All right. There's nothing really that we're waiting for. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get push. Oh my god. Get status. Get push. Oh. What is it doing? There we go. SSH agent was being a little slow there. All right. Check out deploy. Get merge made. I'll get that ready. We are going to do get push. Just realized I have it set for what 1746 1800 release, but fortunately it'll just do a publish anyways. I think. Oh well. Get push and get push tags. I don't think I actually need to do anything besides the tags, but all right. We are now going to push the tag. So that is officially tagged. We'll draft a new release. 10.10.2, Budgie 10.10.2. I'm going to yoink this. I'm going to attach the bits here. Create a release. All right. And then we will do a get push on this. Wait for SSH agent. Hey, all in all, like this really, the timing of this has actually been really good. Like I expected to be able to crunch it into like these few hours, but I was right. It's nice being right. All right, so that is going through the build and deploy process right now, which will go to Vercel. After it's like done the build, it'll tarve all the assets and then push it. And then it's just a matter of pushing it to Fedica. So let's go open up Fedica dashboard here. Like so. We'll do create post. So that'll go out to all of the places except technically pixel fed. Oh, we need to add, let's see, hashtag Budgie open source Linux. I think those are probably the two good ones. Budgie desktop maybe as well. I mean, those will be stripped out on like threads or whatever because it only supports one topic. It's all cooking up. I'll also I'll just straight up prep the element channel as well. It's a topic change. Latest blog. Oh, we haven't been updating that latest blog there. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. We will go ahead and fix that. So. Need to update the development as well. And just because I'm a little cheeky, I'll open this up. Budgie 10.10 plans. Set and chirp. Arch gets. I'm switching out cinnamon for my back. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, Budgie 10.2 is now out. All right, it's not technically out. It's just, you know, posting about. I always have to make sure I beat Lucian to the bunch of them. To remove that, Budgie 10.10.2 is here. All right. So, all right, it's now actually properly freaking out. So I'm going to publish that. I'm going to click this, go to it. Yeah, we have all that. It shows that. If I go to new, we have all that. Budgie 10.10.2 is out. We're going to update that subject. All right. That's been posted. And let's link this. All right. So that is perfect. That is perfect as well. And we're going to do custom posts. And this is going to be open source. And we're going to rip out all this stuff for that. I'm going to post. Budgie desktop 10.10.2 is now out. All right. So post that in the development channel. It's now out, and also link to the GitHub tag. Like so. Let's update the subject. In here. 10.10.2. Oh, that's funny. We updated the .1 there, but we forgot to update the tag reference. That's all right. Okay. Well, there we go. It is now been released, and it could be full steam ahead for 11, which is fantastic. Now I expect David to also do a Budgie Control Center release as well. But yeah, this is great. So if I'm just gonna pull up floss.social, because that is where Buddy's a Budgie is. We could follow all the notification, all these follow requests. Of course you could follow random person. And I need to update, I need to follow on all my socials, which is joshuastrobl.social. We'll do that. We're gonna like it and boost it. All right. And we're gonna hear lots of little boops and blops. And we'll do blue sky next, I think. Oh, wants me to sign back in. All right. Well, I'll deal with that in a sec. All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. I'm very happy to be getting this 10.10.2 out the door for all of you. Let me swap over to my camera only view. There we go. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. It's been a pleasure getting 10.10.2 out the door. I want to thank everybody that's contributed to it, whether that's been our new contributor, John. Thank you very much for all your fantastic fixes and improvements. Much appreciated. David, of course. Evan has been valuable. Of course, I've contributed as well, but now it's time to really cook on 11. You know, like my God, it's gonna be a lot of stuff for 11. I'm so freaking excited. Like, just what I've been working on so far, and I know Evan probably feels the same way. Been loving it. But yeah, no rest for the wicked. It's time for Buddy's a Budgie weekly stand-up in our Matrix. So I'm gonna be ending the stream here. If you like what we do, then I would, of course, encourage you to head on over to the Buddies of Budgie website, buddiesofbudgie.org. And of course, your donations are always welcome. They're not required, so don't feel bad. But they are, of course, always welcome. The funding for that typically goes to the hardware that is used for CI, CD, and for our Forge. And then, of course, the plan would be to use it for hardware for Budgie 11 as well. So enabling more architectures and more hardware support for that. That's going to be it for this one. I appreciate you tuning in today, and see you on the next one. Next one should be either me working on a wallpaper manager, if you can believe it, or it'll be me working on Budgie 11 stuff. So that's going to be it. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.